Welcome to the Edupedia World's 9th grade Computer Applications video lecture series. I'm Upeka Vendibona and this is the second part of Office Application Software. Under this episode, we are going to cover up multimedia presentations. As we mentioned in the previous episodes, we are using Microsoft Office 2007 for our demonstration. So for the multimedia presentation, we have to open Microsoft PowerPoint. So to open Microsoft PowerPoint, click the Start button and click the All Programs and look for the Microsoft Office under the letter M. So I'm clicking the Microsoft Office and going to the Microsoft Office PowerPoint 2007. So when you see this interface, it has the same mental model as in the Microsoft Word. The same ribbon structure and the same quick access toolbar and the same Office button to perform the administrative tasks. So this area over here is the working area of the slide. And the left side panel summarizes all the slides. And the bottom in here, you can add notes that will be beneficial when you are delivering a presentation. So this slide over here is just a simple and pure slide. To make it more attractive, you need to add themes. So to add themes, click the Design tab over here. And you can see there is a group called Themes. So you can select any of these themes. So for our presentation, we are going to use this theme over here. And if you doesn't like the color set of these themes, you can use this option to choose a color set. So I'm going to use this color set for our presentation. And this is our first slide. In here, you can add the title of your presentation as well as a subtitle. Okay, now we need another slide to add our mission statement. So to add another slide, click the Home tab and select the New Slide option under the Slides group. So here you can see it provides many layouts for a slide. So for the next slide, we are going to use the Title Only layout. In here you can add the title for the slide. And now we need a text box to add the mission statement. So to add a text box, you can use this option under the drawing group, or else you can click the Insert tab and use the text box option under the text group. Just click on the text box option and click and drag on the slide. And now you can type your mission statement. Now I want this text to be appear in bigger letters. So using this font group, you can do whatever the things to this text. Simply select the text box or highlight the text you need to change and use any of these options. By using the options in paragraph group, you can change the alignment as well as you can create lists as bulleted lists or numbered lists. So I need this text to be appear in center aligned. So I'm going to use this option under the paragraph group. Okay. Each and every content slide such like this need to display the logo in the corner of the slide. So rather than adding it separately on each and every slide, we can do this in a one place. That is called Slidemaster. To view the Slidemaster option, click the View tab and select the Slidemaster option under the Presentation Views group. To add the logo, you need to select the root node over this panel. And now to insert the logo, click the Insert tab and select the Picture option under the Illustrations group. Here you need to browse for your picture and I'm going to use this picture and click the Insert button. And now I'm going to do some resizing for the picture. and do some positioning. When you're inserting pictures, there's a new tab appears called Format. So here I'm going to add some picture style and do a picture shape change. To make it more cooler, I'm going to insert a rectangle shape and type the slogan over it. So to insert shapes, select the Insert tab and use the Shapes option under the Illustrations group. And I'm going to insert a rectangle shape. And now you can see the rectangle shape is over the picture. To make it go behind the picture, select the shape and select the Format tab and use this Send to Back option under the Arrange group. To type a text over a shape, right-click on the shape and use the Edit Text menu item. So I'm going to type the slogan in here. To make it right aligned, click the Home tab and use the right aligned option under the paragraph group and make it bold. Click the bold option under the font group. In the bottom of this master slide, you can see there are 3 text boxes. So these text boxes are useful when you're printing the document, but not useful when you're delivering it as a presentation. Anyway, you need to make it arrange on top of our logo. So to do that, select the text boxes using the Shift key and use the Format tab and click the Bring to Front option under the Arrange group. And you also need to do the same for this text box too. So nothing going hidden due to the logo and the slogan. If you close this master view, you can see the logo we have added is appeared in the slide. So when you insert a new slide, you can see the logo part and the slogan part is also appearing in the layouts. From our next slide, we are going to mention our courses. So for that, we are going to use the title and content slide layout. So in this notepad, I have previously arranged text to be pasted in there. In this content area, it is pasted as a bulleted list. Okay, now I need to add an animation for this text box. Appearing line by line when you're delivering the presentation. So for that, select the text box and select the Animations tab and use the Custom Animations option under the Animation group. So in this panel, you can add the effect to the selected text box. So I am going to use the checkerboard effect for our courses list. So this is how it appears when you are delivering the presentation. And I am doing the same to this title text. This time I am going to use the More Effects option. So this listed down each and every effect you can add to the text that you have selected. And now I'm going to insert a clip art and make it animated too. Clip art is actually a collection of arts that comes with the Office application package. So to insert a clip art, click the Insert tab and select the clip art option under the Illustrations group. So in here, you can search from a keyword to insert a clip art. And I'm going to do a little bit resizing and positioning. When this time adding an effect, I'm going to use a exit effect for the clip art. In the custom animation panel, it listed down all of the animations in the slide. So if you need to change the order of any of the item, you can simply drag and drop into the correct position. So in this list, The first animation is the title text. From the 2nd to the 9th place, it contains the items in the list. In the 10th place, it contains the clip art animation. This icon over here mentions how does the animation start. It provides 3 options. You can start the animation with the mouse click, or automatically with the previous, or automatically after the previous animation. So the first animation should be start with the mouse click, and also the second animation should be start with the mouse click. But from 3rd to the 9th place, I'm selecting using the shift key. From the 3rd to the 9th place, it should be start after the previous. And also the clip art exit animation should be start with the mouse click. So now we are done with the custom animations. From the next slide, we are going to demonstrate inserting media clips. So for that, first we need a blank slide. And to insert a media clip, click the Insert tab and use the Movie option under the Media Clips group. So this is the movie I need to insert into the slide. So now it asked me, how do you want the movie to start in the slideshow? It provides 2 options, whether it is automatically or whether it is when clicked. So I'm going to use the when clicked option. So now I'm going to do a little bit resizing and positioning. So to resize, you can use either these handlers to resize, or else you can use this size group under the options tab. So by changing the height, in this way you can change the size of the media clip. To arrange it in the center of the slide, you can click the Format tab and use the Align option under the Arrange group. Align center and Align middle. From the next slide, we are demonstrating SmartArt option. So for that, first insert a new slide, and this time use a title and content layout. So in the content area, you can see it provides several options. You can insert a table, insert a chart, insert a SmartArt graphic, insert a picture, insert a clip art, insert a media clip. So either in this way you can insert a SmartArt graphic, or else you can click the Insert tab and under the Illustrations group you can select the SmartArt option. So here I am going to use this method to insert a SmartArt graphic. From this wizard, it provides several SmartArt categories. List category, process category, cycle category, hierarchy category, relationship category, matrix category, and the pyramid category. So for this presentation, I'm going to use the relationship category, radial cycle, SmartArt. In this panel, you can type the text content of the SmartArt. When inserting SmartArt, there comes new tabs, Design tab and the Format tab. From the Design tab, SmartArt Styles group, you can make the SmartArt into a 3D SmartArt. And also you can change the color set of the SmartArt. If you want to change the font in the SmartArt text content, just select the text and using the Home tab, do as you need it. And also you can change the size of the SmartArt items. If you want to change the shape of the SmartArt content item, select the Format tab and under the Shapes group, change the shape. And now I'm going to add the title of the slide. There you can see PowerPoint is also check the spelling of the word. So to correct the spelling, just right click on the misspelled word and use a suggestion. If you want to replace a word with a similar term, just right click on the word and use the synonyms option. So you can replace the term with a similar term. From the next slide, we are going to demonstrate creating hyperlinks. So for that, first insert a title on the slide, and the title is, and I'm going to insert a text box over here. In this text box, I'm going to type the web address of the website. So to convert this text into a hyperlink, just select the text and right click and select the option hyperlink. So in this wizard, we are going to use the first option, existing file or web page, or else we can link into a place in this document or to a new document or to an email address. But as this is a website, we are going to use the first option. So here we are going to type the web address of the website and click the OK. Now it has converted into a hyperlink. In the PowerPoint, there is another type of hyperlink called action buttons. To insert action button, click the Insert tab and select the Shapes option under the illustration group. So in the bottom of the Shapes panel, you can see the action buttons. So it provides a button for go to previous slide, to go the next slide, go to beginning, go to end, and go to the home, likewise. So I'm going to use the home button over here. So when you create the home button, it provides the action settings wizard. So here you can mention which slide it need to be linked into. So as this is the home button, I am going to link into the first slide. So now we are at the end of the presentation. Typically, the final slide is the thank you slide. So to create a thank you slide, I'm going to insert a blank slide and use the word art feature to create the thank you slide. So to insert a word art, click the insert tab and use the word art option under the text group. So here I'm going to use the gradient fill word art. Okay, now the final touch is to add some slide transition effects. To add slide transition, click the Animations tab and click this option. It provides several slide transition effects, but I am using the random slide transition effect, so it will pick up randomly any of these transitions. And now I am going to apply this effect to all the slides. To make it more cooler, for the first slide, I am going to add a applause sound. Okay, now we are done with our presentation. All now we have to do is run this presentation. To run a slideshow, there are two approaches. One way is to run it from the current selected slide using this option. The other way is to run it from the beginning. So for that, click the slideshow tab and click the From Beginning option under the Start Slideshow group. So I am going to use this option to start the slideshow. So this is our first slide. To move into the next slide, you need to click on this slide. This is the second slide where we use to demonstrate the paragraph group and the font group. So this is the third slide where we use to demonstrate custom animation. From the first mouse click, the title text animation should be start. From the second mouse click, the list item should be appeared. From the third mouse click, the clip art animation should be started. From the next mouse click, the slide should be moved into the next slide. So this is the fourth slide where we used to demonstrate inserting multimedia clips. If you can remember, we configured this video to start with the mouse click. So when I move my mouse cursor on top of the multimedia clip, it turned into a hand cursor. When I move out of the multimedia clip, it turned into a normal mouse cursor. So that means you can click on this multimedia clip. If you want to pause the video, you can click on the multimedia clip. To start again, you need to click again. Okay, that's enough of this video. To move into the next slide, you can click out of the multimedia clip. So this slide we used to demonstrate inserting SmartArt. Rather than clicking on the slide to move into the next slide, you can use these options over here. With this option, you can go to previous slide. With this option, you can go to the next slide. With this option, you can go to any of the slides in a presentation. So with this option, you can write on the screen. So with the highlighter, you can highlight any text in the presentation. With the felt tip pen, you can mark anything in the presentation. And with the ballpoint pen, you can write anything in the presentation. So I'm going to use this option to move into the next slide. So this slide we used to demonstrate hyperlinks. To use this hyperlink, first we need to change our mouse cursor into the arrow. And when I move my mouse cursor onto this hyperlink, you can see the web address is appeared. So when you are click on this hyperlink, a browser will appear with the web page. So this is our action button. If you can remember, we linked this into our first slide of this presentation. So whenever I click on this button, I will direct into the first slide of this presentation. To go into this last slide we were in, I can use this option over here. To move into the next slide. So this is our thank you slide. To move into the end of this presentation. And now it asks me whether I need to keep the ink annotations that I have used in this presentation. So I'm going to discard it. One last thing we are going to show you now is how to print on Microsoft PowerPoint, because this is totally different from Microsoft Word. So to print, click the Office button, go to the Print menu item and use the Print Preview menu option. So here you can print either one slide per page, or else you can use this option to change that. 2 slides per page, 3 slides per page, or 9 slides per page. Generally we are using 6 slides per page for handouts. So these are the general features that you can use in Microsoft PowerPoint. Let's summarize what we did in this episode. We first learn how to insert themes for a presentation to obtain an attractive look. Then we learn about the usage of Slidemaster, especially when adding logos for every slide. When printing in PowerPoint, you need to mention how many slides per pages, because typically PowerPoint print documents are used as handouts. And then we learn about adding animations to the slide content as well as slides itself. Then we converted text into hyperlink text. And then we demonstrated inserting pictures and videos We actually covered up almost everything that we need to work with slides. And finally, by using SmartArt and WordArt features, we added creative and attractive content for our presentation. So that's all for this episode. If you want more advanced features, we have a separate series in our YouTube channel. Then the next lecture would be spreadsheets in Office applications. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture. This video brought to you by edupediaworld.com. Watch more from our website.